Hey everybody, Jeff Dunham, how are you? And I don't know, it's kind of a weird thing. It's Happy St. Patrick's Day, but man, as we all know, the world is in turmoil right now, and it's just kind of a mess. And if you're like me, you're stuck in the house. My boys are inside, Audrey's inside, and we've just kind of been making the best of things. Coming up with stuff to do, just activities for the guys, and oh, you saw that, you weren't supposed to see that. So, we just kind of been doing what everybody else is doing, and we've isolated ourselves as officials are telling us to, and it's been interesting, and we hope it gets better soon. I had to cancel boatloads of shows, reschedule them, postpone them actually, 16 shows, and we're hoping that everything is good by then. But we're all hearing the doom and gloom and how long it's going to take, and how long are we going to be until we're back to normal. Nobody knows. But right now, I'm going to do something that I have never, ever done. And that is, I've been working on this new character for, I don't know, I guess a few months now. I actually created the character head back in 2015. And then I kind of abandoned the idea and went on to other things. But I felt like it was time for this character, and brought him back, and then have been working on him and finishing him. And now when all this mess started, I realized that obviously my schedule for revealing him on stage is gone. And so what I thought I'd do is, in these final stages of building him, that I would just do a series of videos and show you along the way what the heck it is that I'm doing. And it's taken a long time, a lot of work to get him where he is now. But now I'm not going to tell you what the exact character is. I think you guys should guess as to what is this guy going to be. And he looks like something that some of the older folks may remember from childhood, and I don't remember when the last time that you saw something like this. But what I'm doing right now is I've gotten to the point that I'm actually getting ready to paint him. So here he is, and again, this face might be familiar to some of you people because he looks a little bit like something from way back when. But this is the guy, and again, I've just started painting a few things. That red stuff is not paint. That's putty to fill in the cracks and such. But this is the new guy, and he has some great movements on him. He's got the typical eyebrows like this, and then he has... now, the eyes are covered with plastic because I'm painting them, so the eyes will obviously look much better than that. But I have them covered in plastic cellophane, so I won't get paint on them. But here's something unusual about these eyes, and I'm really proud of it, is that he can look around left and right like this, but here's the crazy part, is that he's able to look up and down. And again, that's the plastic moving because I have them covered. But I've never run across a dummy like this, and I've never done this before. But he's going to be able to roll his eyes, and that kind of gives you a hint as to who and what he's going to be. But roll his eyes, moves his mouth, big old jaw like that. I love that. And then this, and then all kinds of expressions. And no, he's not a clown. He just looks that way because his nose is red because of the body putty. But I'm getting ready to paint him. And here's another hint. Now this is a color that I love. This is my favorite color when I paint a dummy. I've painted most of my characters as almost the same shade. But his skin is, he's going to be a little bit pasty, I think. This is just the base coat right now that I'm doing before I do the actual textured coat. Because there's a nice textured coat that I put on it. And again, this is just to fill in spots that I won't hit when I put the textured coat on it. So this is just a base that I'm doing right now to cover up all the red stuff and all the white. And the white, by the way, for those of you who've followed me before, what this is right here, this material is plastic, ABS plastic, because I printed this head on a 3D printer. I sculpt the head out of clay, then I 3D scan it with my 3D scanner, and then I print it over here with my 3D printer. And I love this thing. I use it for all kinds of stuff. But for example, here's a tiny Ahmed head that I printed on the 3D printer. That's not with a moving mouth or anything. Here's a giant full-scale Ahmed head that I have not yet finished, and that came out of the 3D printer, just the shell. turn the comments on. How do I turn the comments on? Somebody just told me to turn the comments on. How do I do that? Turn the comments on? Somebody just told me to do that. Help! Somebody tell me how to do it. How do I turn the comments on? Matt, I don't know how to do it. How do I turn the comments on? Matt's not here. Is that it? Nope, that's not it. Sorry, guys. Matt's not here because he is also isolating himself and his family. So, how do I turn on the comments? Is that it? No. Hey, Audrey?
Yeah, did you turn the comments on?
No, how do I turn the comments on? Come here, sweetie.
Matt said he can do it for you. He just want to make sure you wanted them on.
Oh, okay, Matt's doing it. Sweetie, can I say hi for a second? Say happy St. Patrick's Day to everybody. Oh, look under here. Look at my car. Oh, look at that. That's a Morgan. That's why it's got the British flag on it. They've got it worse than us right now, I think. So anyway, so sweetie, tell us, how are you doing during the coronavirus fun? Come over here on the light.
Well, everybody's life is a little different. Everything's, it's different for
It's
everybody.
tough, and of course it's tough. It's really difficult, and it's heartbreaking because so many people are out of jobs, and I don't,
That's the hardest part for me is looking at businesses struggling, restaurants that we love,
Sure.
having a hard time. We have friends that live in Vegas and knowing that they're having a really hard time because they work in the casinos.
Yeah.
And
I don't want to, I know all this, and I can't get, I don't, and it is tough. I'm trying to just give some stuff for people to look at and waste some time with. So I'm showing them how I'm doing my dummy.
Yeah, good job.
Right. Okay,
I
that's
love
it. All right. So I'm here to make things, there's nothing positive about what's going on in the world right now, but I'm just trying to let people, a little
fun
escapism.
distraction.
A little
Yes.
distraction and escapism. That's what my show is. You don't learn anything coming to my show.
No.
No.
I mean, and so many people have written to you and said how much your comedy has gotten them through some really
tough
hard
times. Sure.
And so
Sure. And this isn't comedy.
job.
This is informational. We're just showing how I'm painting my new character. I'm not telling him what this guy is. I'm not telling him what it is. But I'm just showing him. And I told him I'm painting in I'm just painting in this stuff right here.
And you said there's tape on his eyeball on purpose.
Yeah, there's not tape; it's cellophane.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
so I won't paint them. So this is I always say this when I build these things. That this is one of my favorite guys because he's so unusual.
Yeah.
But I want people to start guessing as to what it's going to be. And I guess Matt's trying to turn the.
Comments on.
Hey, can we call Matt real quick? Let's call Matt.
Okay.
Comments are on. Fixed it over on our end. Okay, that's Fausto and Matt. They're on
Okay,
top of
cool.
things. All right, I'm the amateur at the technical stuff. I used to know how to do that stuff, but I gave up years ago. All right. So, some plastic came off. Oh well. You know what? I'm just going to show everybody. Let's go ahead and take this plastic off. I can put it back on later.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and take the plastic
All right,
off
I'm
here.
going to get back to the boys.
Okay, I know. I got to come in. You know what? Tell everybody what a great dad I've been. You've been a great mom. I've been a great dad. We've been having some fun doing some crazy stuff with the boys.
I have to say, you've been really nice in that you've finally let the boys play with your toys.
Oh, I thought it was because you've been really nice because you've been a good dad. No,
he's
but
always a
I
good
do.
dad.
I've been pulling my
Yeah.
toys off the shelf from my office. These toys from the '70s.
But
And
normally they are hands off, no way, and then you finally caved because we're all stuck.
yeah, we're all stuck in here
this
together.
house doing nothing.
But we were doing some fun
Yeah.
stuff. We've made paper airplanes, paper helicopters from a book.
Yeah.
What else
some
have we been doing?
painting,
Just
We did
painting.
Had a dance party.
We have dance party, and I've gotten out my old Hot Wheels,
Yeah.
all my vintage Hot Wheels stuff. We've been having a blast with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then blew up a bunch of balloons in the kitchen and let them have a little balloon party.
That was you and your mom. I didn't do that.
Well, actually, they kind of did it themselves.
Oh, did
I just
they?
tied the balloons as they blew them up. That's
All
it.
right.
So that's it.
Okay.
All
Yeah.
right.
There's other activities, so yeah. All right.
Did some baking.
Baking. Oh, and that's another thing. I will admit this. I ordered 2 Easy Bake Ovens for the boys.
Yeah. And we've been making a lot of my cookie kits, the Peanuts Bake Shop cookie kits.
Yep.
We've been baking a lot of cookies from those cookie kits,
Yep.
which are available on Amazon.com.
Uh,
Just had to say that.
yeah.
All right.
All right, back to
See you
this
guys.
guy.
Have
All
fun.
right. So as you all know, he kind of looks like a troll. And by the way, Matt, I'm not seeing any comments on here, so I can't answer any questions. I don't know how to get to that. Will you call Audrey back and tell her? Anyway, all right, here we go. So Tom Richmond is a friend of mine and Mad Magazine artist, and unfortunately Mad Magazine's gone by the wayside now. But I had Tom draw up some concept characters for me for what a troll would look like, because I want this character to look kind of like a troll. And that your upper left, the guy with the crazy hair, that's what looks most like this guy. And so that's the face that I picked, sculpted that out, and he's getting close. And also hair-wise, I think I'm not gonna show you. No, that'll be another day when I do another video. So anyway, that's the point. Oh, let me show you what the eyes do. So this is the controls down here. For people who don't know how ventriloquist dummy works, every ventriloquist dummy is a little bit different. I build all this stuff myself, but this right here is what does the mouth. That makes the mouth open and close. There's a little trigger right there. It does the mouth. This pole is hollow. It's a dowel that I hollow out. I put it on the drill press and drill out the hole all the way down to here. So this is hollow. And I put all the mechanical stuff in there. There's no strings on this. Most ventriloquist dummies, you think they have strings, and they usually do. I don't like strings because strings break and strings wear out. These dummies of mine, Ahmed the Dead Terrorist, I built in 2007. I've never changed a mechanism, never fixed anything inside his head. His limbs fall off, but that's on purpose. And I love this direct mechanical stuff. I learned it from when I was building real helicopters. And model helicopters. And with helicopters, nothing can ever come loose, nothing can ever break, because if it does, it doesn't end well. So I learned about mechanics and about how to make things work smoothly and perfectly from building the model helicopters and the real helicopters and flying those. Yeah, I was an experimental helicopter builder and pilot for many years, for 30 years, and had a lot of fun with that. 4 different helicopters that I built and flew, all of them for a few hundred hours, and I'd sell it and build the next one. Anyway, my point is, these are all brass mechanics that I build myself. But these brass mechanics, that'll do the mouth, and then this other one goes up and down and does the eyebrows. And see, they have to be just butter smooth, so you can do them with one finger. And I like that because the hours and hours that I spend on stage making these guys work, if they were difficult to work, you end up get carpal tunnel syndrome, and you know, this is every bit as important as the voice. So these have to stay in shape, and if the mechanisms are too hard to work, you end up really wearing out your hands and your fingers. And I mean, you know, 2.5 hours a night, shows 5 days a week, 10 days a month. Not now, but when I'm working, when we can actually have shows. So then, oh, here's the part I was going to show you. Here's what's crazy about the eyes, that I love this. And again, I've never had a dummy that can do this, but usually it's just back and forth, side to side, moves the eyes. But what I've added now is up and down. And he will be able to look all over the place. And again, this is just butter smooth. In fact, it's so smooth, to make the eyes go up, all I got to do is let go of it. There's no resistance there whatsoever. That's how loose it is, and you can see that. Just let go of the trigger, and boom, up like that. So it's just, there's no resistance there whatsoever. I'm sorry, this is boring people, but that's the importance of building the mechanics in a dummy's head, is to how smoothly you can make them work. Anyway, again, this is a very unusual face. It's a troll-like face, and it's completely unique. And all I'm doing right now is painting the crevices, basically. So when I put the texture on the face, the parts that I don't reach for putting the texture on will already be painted, and I'll have to go back and touch things up. And right now I have to be very careful not to touch the eyeballs because I took the plastic off. What else? Again, this white part is all ABS plastic from my 3D printer. And then the red stuff is body putty or spot putty. Like when you're fixing a car and there's nicks and dings in it, you put that spot putty over it, smear it on there, and then sand it over, and it smooths it out. Just, it's like Bondo. It's like a minor kind of Bondo. And that's what I've done with him. Why not? Go ahead and paint the nose a little bit. Even out the color so it doesn't look like a clown. But again, this is just the first coat. I'm going to go back and really put the texture on when I'm not on camera, because I need 2 hands to do that. And he's going to be fun. It's going to be lots of fun. Again, I can't see any comments, Matt. So you know what? Next time I do this, guys, which who knows, maybe it'll be tomorrow. We all got nothing to do. It's so funny with all this stuff going on because my calendar is always jammed full, even when I'm off and I'm not working. It's business meetings, it's pitch meetings, it's meeting after meeting after meeting, and conversation after conversation, and places to go, and people to meet, and things to do. And like all of us, life has come to a grinding halt at this point. And it's so funny. I woke up this morning. I went, Matt and I were talking about when we're going to shoot the next video, and I'm going to shoot it without him until we both proved to ourselves that we haven't been exposed to anything, and we're not going to infect each other. So after that happens, Matt will be back at the house shooting stuff. But it's so funny because I woke up yesterday and I thought, I got to look at my calendar and see what's going on. And then I went, oh, wait, there's nothing going on. And it's sad. And I don't, like I was saying with Audrey, this is awful. And so many people are in an awful state right now. And you wonder how folks are going to get by. And just so many friends and family and people that, we're trying to help out as well. But it's just difficult because you don't know how long it's going to go on, and it is heartbreaking. But I'm trying to, again, just give a little distraction here and show you guys something fun, and I hope this guy will be on stage very soon again. I don't know when that's going to be, and it's going to have to be in a safe environment where people are, obviously safe and won't catch anything. And again, we don't know when that's going to be. Matt just texted me that Audrey is bringing me a laptop. I guess that means because I don't know why the comments aren't coming through. I promise you guys, when I do this tomorrow, I will do a better job at figuring out how to put the comments on, because I'd love to answer your questions at the same time I'm doing this. Maybe I'll have Matt come over here and stand 10 feet away and read me the questions. That's not a bad idea. Matt, will you do that? Text me. Text me. Tell me if you do that. That was weird. I got to painting and the camera was getting right here. That's gross. You don't want to see me that close. All right. Yeah, don't get close. You might catch something. All right, what else? Oh, you know what else? What else have we been doing? Audrey talked about the stuff we've been doing. Matt just said yes, he'll do that. He'll be here and he'll stand 10 feet away. What else did we do yesterday? I went in the backyard because I know some people that think it's crazy, but we're not going anywhere. We're not even going to Starbucks at this point, and that's like, what? How can that happen? Well, the boys and I are out in the backyard. I call it Dunham and Sons Coffee Roasters. We were out in the backyard roasting coffee beans, and that was pretty fun. Hey, I hear myself. Sweetheart, can you turn the sound down, or I don't think it'll feel feedback or something like that weird.
Yeah, hang on, let me go to the library.
Okay, I'm almost done here. I'm just showing everybody how I was painting in the crevices. Now I'm doing everything. But again, this is just the first coat. I think you guys will be amazed when you see this tomorrow or whenever it is that I get to it, after I put much more paint on it. I've done this almost all my life. I built my first dummy in the 6th grade, and it was a piece of garbage, and I still have it. It's in a storage unit in Dallas, and has been there since I moved away from Texas in 1988. It's in the storage unit there, along with a bunch of other stuff in my storage unit that I haven't seen in almost since that time. Yeah, there's stuff in there I haven't seen since 1988, stuff from college in my storage unit. All right, this is very difficult doing one-handed. Usually I'm holding the head. But so anyway, you get the idea of what he's going to look like. And again, he's not, look at Sweetie. I love this. This is the part when they start to come alive.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's,
Get their skin color.
when they get their skin color, and yeah, it's, this is going to be great. And obviously he's troll looking, but he's not that troll from the 70s or whatever.
Yeah, well, even in
Don't tell him what he's going to be.
80s and 90s.
Oh, 80s and 90s? So that's what I was saying. So you remember those troll dolls.
Oh, gosh, yes.
Oh, is that right?
And they were out of control. I didn't get it.
Well, that's when my daughters Bree and Kenna and Ashlyn were little, so I was not paying attention to what was in the zeitgeist at the moment.
huge.
Hey, look, that's me, and I'm delayed. Oh, look, there are all the people. Why can't I see the comments? All right, fine.
They're all
Hey,
right
look,
there.
look, everybody. Hey, there's us.
Because you started the video with them off, so you can't switch them on halfway through and be able to see them yourself.
Oh,
That's
okay.
Matt
So
said.
tomorrow when
Yeah.
I do this, I will have the comments turned on and I'll try and answer questions. But Matt promises he'll be here.
Okay.
But sweetie, he's promised he's going to stand 10 feet away so he won't infect me.
Okay.
Or I won't
Better
infect
make it
him.
12.
But 12 feet. Or I won't infect him. I don't think anybody's infected, but I love this guy. I can't believe this is the first time I put color on him.
Yeah.
And this is, he's really coming to life. This is going to be so fun. And when they see the hair, oh my gosh. And you know what I've not done? I have not sculpted the hands and I have not built the body. So I think in this little series, I'll show them all that.
Oh,
Where I
yeah.
sculpt the hands out of clay. Here's a set of hands that I did years and years ago. Whose hands do those look like? Those are mine's. And mine's?
Uh-oh, you sound like Jack.
Oh my gosh, we can't get Jack to stop saying mines. He goes, "Where's mines?" It's like it's mine, not mines.
Because, yeah.
Anyway.
I'm going to go back to make sure they're not burning down the house.
Okay.
All right.
All right, and we're gonna do something when I get done here, right?
I'm sure we'll figure out something.
Okay. What else do we made bread. I made bread in my bread maker from the 90s, right?
Bread machine, yeah.
The bread machine, yeah, the bread machine. It's great. It looks like a little R2D2. Anyways, here's some hands that I sculpted years and years ago, and these are almost full size, a little bit smaller. Well, not full size. They're like maybe 70%, but these are the ones that I sculpted and then scanned on my 3D scanner and printed them. And if anybody recognize those hands? Those are Little Jeff hands from my Little Jeff ventriloquist dummy. So I scanned those. I scanned those and printed them, and then sent them to the company that built the Little Jeff, and they made molds, and there's that. What else? I don't know. Okay, so tomorrow I'll make it a goal of having this head, and we are parents to twin boys right now, and so the free time to be able to do something like this is this big. I have to get up at 4:30 in the morning and come work on stuff like this because the boys are up by 6 o'clock, sometimes 5:30, and they are rock and rolling all day long. They barely take naps anymore. And they're in bed at 8:30 at night. And then Audrey and I like to sit down and watch TV or do something together. So my free time to be able to do stuff like this is only in tiny increments when, otherwise Audrey and I are taking care of those little rascals. So here he is again. Let's see if I see comments. Oh my gosh, they're all over the place. Oh my gosh, they're you know what? We got to have Matt over here to read me comments while I'm working on the dummy. That'll be better. But that's the new guy. And again, I'm not going to tell you the exact character or who he is or what he does, but it's a hint, a real obvious hint that he looks like a troll. And that he looks, so here's the guess. If he looks down, why is it that I have to make him so he'll look down? What's the point of that? And then what's the point of him looking up and down and up and all around? Why would he want to roll his eyes? Those are hints. All right. Anything else interesting in the garage? No one cares. Who cares? I got to throw this in. My friends at Cyan, my Mist Cup. I always talk about my Mist Cup. I played Mist in 1993. I lost my life to that game. I'd be playing comedy clubs and sitting in hotel rooms with my buddy Gary Brightwell, and we'd be playing Mist. But Cyan's on to a new and improved great game that they're working on. Anyway, I guess that's it for now, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for joining me. But again, the new guy's coming, and he'll be on stage whenever it is that we all get back to normal life. I hope it's soon, sooner than later. But whatever it is. By the way, here's a hint at another video that might be happening. Walter has isolated himself. He doesn't want to come in contact with anybody because, he's an older guy. So we might be having some videos of, he may be shooting some videos of himself because he's, afraid of catching something. So I haven't seen him for a while, if you know what I'm talking about. He's in his room. I don't know what he does. I think he's getting bored. We might see some videos from that too. All right. So that's it. There's the new guy. Hey, wait, you gotta look happy, buddy. Oh, it's St. Patrick's Day. Yay. Oh, yeah, see my shirt? There you go. AA is for quitters. It's Bubba J. Thanks, folks. If you need to be quarantined, stay quarantined. We'll keep some fun coming. I'm not going to tell you his voice yet.